What it do, what it does, what it be like. It's your boy Black Girl, aka Dr. H.A.A.S. This is the Doctor's Orders podcast, brought to you by H.A.A.S Entertainment and Enterprises in collaboration with Vision Sport Management. I know you're seeing this like in a double take because you probably like, didn't we just see these two fellas before? Listen, man, last episode we missed so much because we had so much. We talked about more outside of the recording than inside of the recording. So we just had to spring the block one more time with Skylar Deaton, the leader of this Savage Knowledge brand. And I just wanted to elaborate on everything. That's all we really doing, just to keep it going. So, folks, I want y'all to welcome back Skylar, man. What you got for him, brother?
Man, I'm going to just try to drop a little bit more information on people and some things they can use and utilize to try to actually, get them up out of a struggle or get them out of a situation where they feel like there's no hope. And it ain't all about just motivation. This is, just dropping something for people to really think on and sit about,
Try to sit on. That's real, bro. That's real. I know I need it. It's always a pleasure to speak with you, brother. I'm gonna go straight off into it. So I know that we spoke on, how you basically just spoke on the brand. I want to speak on the fact that you're now you have books. You're an author now, so congratulations on that whole endeavor.
I'm a published author. I'm gonna say that at my homecoming reunion.
Yeah, man.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
Shit, I would flex like a mug. I'll do shit. I am in the process of trying to do the same, bro. Real talk. So yeah, man, let's hear about it. Let's hear about the series of books that you got out right now.
Well, like it really originally started as me and my kids. We had this little stuffed animal, and my youngest daughter, she gave it to me, and like every time they play, whether it be Barbies or dolls or whatever, I got to get in the mix, and I got to get on hands and knees and really, get down with my kids. So he gave me this little koala, and it was like, that's Kevin. We named him Kevin the Koala. And Kevin the Koala stuck around for a minute. All of a sudden, they was playing with him outside, and the dog we had ended up killing Kevin the Koala. I'm like, nah, his memory going to live on. So we turned around, and I told the kids, like, I'm going to do something, and we're going to try to make sure that, we keep them alive. And I'm flipping through social media and stuff, and I came around on some people saying how easy it was to basically publish a book nowadays. And like I said in the last podcast episode, man, my biggest flaw was procrastination. I can get busy on whatever it is and just really try to push it and then just lose all love and focus for it.
Me too.
So I started and I had about a chapter and a half, and I want to say 2 chapters. It might have been 2. I don't know. I think for sure at least 2 chapters. And I sat on this thing for over a year. After still researching more about this, these printing services and these distribution services and just finding out all these different avenues to kind of throw it in. And finally, I'm like, man, look, I'm sleeping on something that could really be inspirational at the same time, financially beautifully.
Word.
And that's where I was at with it. And all of a sudden, it's like I came across Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. All you got to do is have your manuscript. You go in there, you fill out the pages, you fill out all of the information, and you upload your manuscript. You can have a pre-made template to make the book cover. You can upload your own book cover. You can do whatever you want to do and get fancy with it if you want. If you want to take my advice, don't rush it. Sit there and really sit on your project, read through it, check out everything, make sure you outline what you want to outline, look at the cover, make sure it's exactly what you want. If you need illustrations, if you can't draw, you can't find nobody that draws, go on Fiverr. Fiverr.com. Is a whole bunch of people out there that will work for food type stuff. They out there, they hungry and they look up.
Yeah.
So you get good cheap prices and good quality. So you can get all your illustrations. And personally, I suggest at least one illustration per 3 pages. If you're gonna do it to where you have a few things to go, at least drop one every 3, because for kids, they want something that's gonna catch their attention.
Well, yeah, visually, they want to see it. Yeah. They want to see something. Wow, so, man, that's dope.
That's it, really. Anybody can be an author nowadays. We got so many things going on in the cyber world as far as for the internet. We got the world in our palms. And you can do it off your phone. You can do it off your laptop. You could do it off your TV if you got a Roku. Like anything you want to do, you can really do it. And it's hard to really understand that thought process of knowing I can't do nothing or I can do this. Literally, you can do anything nowadays. All you got to do is put your mind to it and really figure out what's the recipe? How long do I need to marinate this piece for? What do I throw the pepper in? Okay, I got some onions right here. You really learn the recipe and just kind of mix it all together. It comes together, man.
And boy, that Chef Curry with the pot, boy.
That's
But I'm just glad to see it, man. Where's some of the places they can find it, bro?
Amazon.com, Kindle, and I mean, just basically look up my name. I mean, I can't even
Yeah,
explain to you how the links go because I ran with it. Like it was like
yeah, just put
a,
that
a
together.
I don't know, like a Hail Mary. Like before they even, I was already off sides. Like before they even ran the play, like I'm already running that thing, and I
Straight
turned
up.
around, grabbed it, and just tried to touchdown. And that's why I feel like I didn't gain the points that I needed because instead of
Right.
really understanding the whole play, I was in too much of a rush because man, I've been hungry, like starving, and I'm looking
Right.
for any and every outlet to jump into to get some money. And that's why I said I
Gotta
researched
move.
this, but I didn't take my time with it. And like we was talking before we even started recording on
Yeah.
Canva, you can have these templates to where you can go in and you can paste in all the words that you want. They'll tell you the size, which usually is like a 10 to a 12 on the font for what you want to be read in like a paperback or even a hardback.
Right.
It has a certain amount that you want to have to make sure you don't go on the bleeds because this is something I didn't know about. But like say like okay, we read around here, but
Right. You got books all over.
the right side, and you got to keep in mind there's different things. Like you always want to make sure like the titles of the chapters are going to be on the right side. Everything else is on the left side. That's more of like a free space or whatever. You got on the
Right.
bleeds, this side is a little bit more out than this side. So you got to have that in factor and kind of understand the whole layout. And if you take your time with it and do it right and be very precise with it, man, you got gold in your hands. And
Yeah.
that's why I didn't have no gold. I just had the ball and I ran that bitch. Boom, let's
And just
go.
ran with it, trying to see what the hell
Yeah,
going on with it. Man, boy, you motivating me right now because I got stuff just sitting in the clutch. I
ooh,
mean some shit. I got so much shit. But I'm
it's
gonna get
time,
to it.
brother.
Yeah,
It's
I know
time.
it is. And speaking of time, we appreciate your time once again, just jumping on the pod first and foremost.
Yes,
But
sir.
just going off of that whole motion, your videos, man, they picking up steam. I see them most every morning, throughout the day. Even like that's how I even reached out to you today because I was like I seen another post. I'm like, you're just very consistent, man. What's the key to being as consistent as possible with reaching folk with fresh information?
The consistency itself is king. And anywhere you go and you hear a podcast or you hear YouTube or you hear TikTok or you hear anybody that has any type of influence on social media, the first thing they really gonna push out to you is that content is king. So even
Word.
if people are tired of seeing it, like it don't matter about Bob and John from down the road. You know what I'm saying? Like they cool. We've been knowing each other since high school, but they ain't got the same mind frame as we got. So
Ain't think
fuck
about
that. You got to push it out as much as possible because everybody in all these different countries, all these different cities, all these different towns, all these different states, everywhere. It's so many people that want to have something to watch that reminds them of some type of Netflix series or a Tubi series that they ain't even got to tap into because it's right there on their phone. And if you got enough content to where you
it.
bring in an audience to where they have like they're being fed what they want to be eating all day, they don't have to go nowhere else. They just stay tuned with what you got. Like, what's next? What's
Yeah.
next? What's next?
And see, that's
So
exactly what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to be a one-stop shop. You want to hear the
that's it,
podcast?
baby.
Cool. You want to see some of this music? Cool. When I say see it, I mean I got visuals. I got videos for days. We were kind of talking earlier about a catalog. I post a little picture of my catalog from 7 years ago. I forgot I made music. That's how bad
See,
it's been. That's how
and
bad Uncle Sam been beating my ass and life been beating my ass. But yeah, man, it's just to have catalog and build catalog. That,
the
that
thing
means so
too,
much.
like something you said that really, like I said, resonates in my brain like over and over is how you said that usually it takes 10 years before you really get
Yeah,
that breakout.
for
And
real.
I don't understand if people really realize or really notice how much work we've been putting in over all these years. Like it's not
I
like
mean,
this
and
just happened overnight.
non-stop.
And I don't
Nah,
want
been
nobody to
doing
ever say this was an overnight success story with either one of us. Like
it. Right,
we've been putting
facts.
in this groundwork for a long fucking time. And I mean, even if we go back to Tiffany Arms, that's way over 10
Man,
years.
let me tell you, we've been putting in work longer than what would be documented in what we want to call quote unquote the social media era, which began in what 05, 06,
Something
maybe
like that. Yeah, yeah,
lightweight
yeah.
MySpace at the
Way
most.
more going
You know
out
what I'm
till
saying?
then.
At the most. I'm talking about I was man, remember I was making you laugh before the recording, how there's a gap in my catalog from where we went from hand-to-hand contact CDs
Yeah,
to trying to figure out how to get it to streaming platforms to actually getting it to streaming platforms. Throughout the
that's the
past 9
biggest
to 10
transition.
years, it's just been that particular transition. Actually, the last 15 years now, because we're in 2023. damn, I just dated myself. I know I probably
See what
got
I'm
gray
saying?
coming out my chin and everything.
Oh, bro, I get the just for
Shit.
men. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, no cap, I'm telling everybody right now.
So I
One of the
got some
secrets I
just
do
for
to keep
men.
myself looking young and fresh is I make sure I moisturize my face. And if I got too much
Bro.
grays, I'm gonna hit that just for men, and I'm gonna delete them right quick and look young
Bro.
again. But I mean, it
I'm
is what it
looking
is.
rough. I'm looking terrible. I need to be shaving my face around this moment.
Nah,
I ain't
bro.
did nothing. I just got off a while. I know I'm shiny face. I just had to get the
Hey, you
pod in
always
with you,
shining
bro.
though, cuz you know what I'm saying. You got that light, you
Bro,
got that
that's
glow.
that glisten. We got to make that shit
Yeah.
shake for the H.A.A.S, man. For the H.A.A.Stonians out there that think it's just a acronym. No, hustle
No,
always ain't stopping. It's really a
this is
lifestyle. I really
real.
ain't stopped yet. I'm trying to get some
Yeah.
rest.
I just want people to really understand and know that, like, this ain't just happened. We've done a lot of different things, but we've been consistent with everything that we always have done, which was believed in ourselves and kept pushing ourselves to make sure that we was gonna get to where we needed to be.
Yeah.
They can
That's a
talk
defining
shit,
measure,
they can
man.
say
That's because
whatever.
that's what. Yeah, they can't like you said. They can say whatever. I don't give a fuck. They can't take none of that from
Nah,
at
man.
all. At all, bro.
It's all there and all in the heart.
Yeah, man. You really got me at a loss for words just thinking about it because it's like, God damn, bro.
It really, like, when you said
2023,
it the other
man.
day though, bro, it fucked me up because I was thinking, like, man, 10 years, that is a long time, but damn, we've been doing this shit for a
For
long time.
longer than that. 10
I
years
mean,
just
it
been a
really popped
consistent
off
basis.
with like Screwed
This
Up
is it.
Click and Swisher. Like, when they started dropping all the mixtapes, I used to love how they drop a mixtape once a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, we used
y'all
to go
boy,
back
everybody, all them
to Texas
boys.
just to get them before anybody else had them out here, because when you
Yeah,
got a bootleg, it wasn't cool, but if you got that official stamp CD, man, you was official.
that
You was
was
on.
it.
You
I
was
remember
doing
boys, and if boys had the CD case with the real CDs in it, boy, that made you a triple OG. You know what I'm saying? The
Oh
thicker
yeah.
your case, the better you was.
Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 and the 2000. Like, I remember having all that shit whenever it came out. Like, all the Masterpiece shit, everything from No Limit. I had that, man, what was them little things you used to be able to order 10 CDs for 99 cents?
Man, the Columbia House and
Yeah,
the
bro. Man,
for
that
the
was the hustle
penny,
I had.
for the penny.
Man, I used
Man,
to get every single No Limit CD that would come out a week before they come out. And then I'd flip it around and go get everything off of Columbia House that was popular at the time. And I'd go to school and I'd sell everything that was popular, and I'd make sure I had more money to buy more No Limit CDs. I was a big No Limit fan, boy.
that was back then. I'm trying to think who I was on heavy like that, because that was that transitional point I was talking about when I moved from Houston back to Louisiana. It was No Limit though, but that
Man,
was
it
a
had
lot
so
more. It was
many.
a lot more Cash Money though. I can't lie, it was a lot more
When
Cash Money.
Cash Money came, that's what caught me, because
Yeah,
like Wayne
a lot
and
more
Turk,
Cash
I like
Money
Wayne
though.
and Turk, and then Juvie just had that, and then BG. I mean, they just all they stood out.
It blended. It blended and stood out so dope. They had a good companionship, but man, when they boys went solo, like you go pick out like them Hot Boys albums was dope, but you was really just feeling to hear, you know what I'm saying, Wayne verse on BG album, or you know what I'm saying, what BG had to say on Juve out. Like you want to hear the features mode in the whole group, because every damn body that's all they recorded with. They didn't get features back then in 98, 99 and shit. They just recorded on each other's shit and just
for the love.
duplicated what the hell P was doing. P was out there just putting out a CD every 10 days.
Anybody that had a little bit of talent, he put them on some fire ass beats and just make them do whatever they could. I mean, they had some ass rappers that really couldn't rap, but I mean, they had a fire ass, catalog of just nonstop.
The catalog so thick you couldn't lose. Yeah, so that's another lesson for these artists. I'm convincing myself after days like today. You know what, man? Don't hold on to none of that music you got sitting on your hard drive. Go ahead and put that shit out. And if you feel like making some more, man, put that shit out too. Because I think that's what we all is missing, is that self-expression and the possibility of the things that we're putting out there can blow
really take off.
Of one viral moment. Somebody could go back and listen to every song you've ever recorded in your entire career. Think about that shit. Maybe not for us, and so you got a lot of shit lost on CD and old busted up computers
so
and shit.
Fucking hard drives full of shit that
I done lost more music than I got put out. I think I'm gonna be 100. So I know I got about 100 songs released. If you go on Spotify, you can look it up. But I know I got 200-300 we've done in life, and that sounds like a lot, but I really don't think I'm over exaggerating.
That ain't even close to the actual total of numbers of songs we actually put out. Like actually recorded.
We had a lot of shit recorded, and a lot of that shit was bullshit.
But
a lot of that shit was good shit.
You were just saying though. If anybody does have any songs that they ain't pushed out because maybe they're not confident about it, or they don't feel strong about it, or it's not going to be, man, you don't understand what other people are going to feel whenever they hear it.
Whenever they
If you
hear
got
that,
anything, push it out, push it out, push it out. Keep
yeah,
pushing
bro.
like a pusher push. Shout out to VI, RIP. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? Keep
R.I.P.
pushing like a pusher push. So in other words, don't stop grinding, keep hustling, and stay consistent with your drive. Like just no breaks, just keep pushing
All gas, no brakes.
all the
Straight
way.
like that, man. Golly, boy, you be preaching, man. See, then that's why we do this, y'all. I don't know
Yeah,
who watching or why, but I'm gonna say thank y'all. Yeah,
thank you,
stay
appreciate it.
tuned to stuff like this here, because like these past couple episodes is really bringing the spirit back. It's really putting the livelihood back into my life, if that makes any sense. It's a lot of things that been left uncovered. A lot of projects was left undone. Never really thought about it until now. So now it's plenty of much.
It's a slap in the face
Yeah,
sometimes, bro,
man.
because it's like, man, why I did this to myself?
Yeah, very true.
But
And got to give yourself credit where credit is due for the work that
yeah,
has been done, because that's something I also don't do. I don't never stop and just accept flowers from the people and pat myself on the back and reach out and tell you guys that I've done this with. Like, hey man, we really did these things, bro.
it's just
So
because
we set the groundwork.
we know how far we're going with it. Like we know where we need to be with it. And right now we
Yeah.
still ain't content because we ain't even reached that spot. We ain't even reached the front door yet. I mean, they've
Nah,
heard us say just a while ago, 15 to 16 years worth of,
worth the work.
dedication and hard work into this shit. But at the same
Real
time,
shit.
it really takes all of this practice makes perfect, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you really got to
Yeah,
put in this work to finally sharpen that knife and that razor blade to where you cutting down the door. You
to
ain't
bust
knocking in the
through.
door, you cutting down. You
To
want to make
bust
sure
through.
you bring in force with you. You want to make sure that you bring the impact so people really see something different about you. Like you don't want to be washed up in 2 years like the rest of these people. So you want to make sure you polish,
Yeah,
you
man.
shine more than the rest of these people when you step in.
And that's the thing I be preaching about, consistency, even though I'm very inconsistent in the past. It's like, man, you have to continue, because while you're not doing it, somebody else is probably
And we don't
out
keep
hustling
going.
you by 2 or 3. You know what I
Oh
mean? If
yeah,
for every video you don't do, there's somebody that done 3. That's
yeah.
basically for every song you don't record, somebody else done 2.
But that's because if you stop it and you sleeping on yourself, you pausing your game. You
Yeah,
pausing while everybody else keeps moving forward and they start lapping you.
yep.
And you might not have that jet fuel in your system to really push past them and
You
start
can't
lapping
catch them
everybody to
back
catch
up.
up in the race. Don't
Just
stop. Keep
to
pushing.
stay on, you got to keep on going at your pace. Now, I'm not gonna say burn yourself
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
because you ain't gonna always be to keep up with the cat in the left lane. But
I mean,
you
it's cool
just
to mash on that gas a little bit here and there to push yourself a little bit harder. But I mean,
yeah,
stay at a certain pace to where you ain't driving
consistent as
yourself or
hell.
draining yourself.
Because as bad as I love to make this a daily podcast, I think just reaching that goal of weekly is very obtainable
I
to
was
where our
thinking too,
lifestyle
man, like
is.
we could just start going live with the podcast. Now
Very
we'd have to
true.
think about what we say too much of, because one thing I'm gonna be honest with y'all on this. The reason why we don't press record, why he hasn't pressed record the past 2 times, is because we got a lot of stuff going on that we've done, the groundwork that we had to put in
Yeah,
behind the cameras, behind the scenes, that we can't just give to everybody else, because you all have the ability to. We all have the ability. Everybody has the ability, the talent, the know-how, the knowledge, the doors to open. Like if you don't really want to apply yourself, then why should we help you apply pressure after it's already applied?
yeah, man. I don't like a person that's gonna come to the table after everybody then prepared and cooked
And
and
I want to say that in the most humble way, the most
yeah,
non-conceited way, like the most positive way as possible. But the fact of it is that that's why they only got the 1%.
yeah. Because that's the
Nobody
one
else wants to
percent
do
that's
the
gonna
work unless they
grind.
can
Yeah,
piggyback off what you already done.
yeah. And that's what I really can't afford to happen. Actually, it's not that I don't want to help. It's not that I don't want to be of assistance. It's just that in order to get where I can be of assistance, if I want you to be able to drink from this cup, I got to be able to fill up the cup, man. I can't just be
Yeah, you
passing out
can't let
sips
yourself get
and
dehydrated.
swallows. Yeah, and I can't just fall out in a clutch in the heat, man. I have to be able to
The
rely
reality
on
of it
somebody
is,
to do this too. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like how many people would actually fill up that cup for you whenever they see that you thirsty? After you
Well,
don't feel
they
the
won't.
you know what I'm saying? And that's the hard
They
part,
won't.
bro.
Most
Because
won't. I ain't gonna say they won't, but most
no,
won't.
we got some solid ones in our in our
Yeah, yeah,
circle. And it's just
absolutely.
like we can't save the world, but we can help reach the world. But at the same time, it's
Yeah,
like, man, why don't you apply that pressure? Just why don't you put something to the table and bring it with us? Because man, we can all win and we can all eat. But if you ain't that hungry the way you want to stab that fucking that cow in the neck, Peter, shout out to y'all. I love animals. I'm an animal rescuer. But what I'm saying is, if you want to stab that cow in the neck to make sure you got that steak or that hamburger, like, man, get down with it. Get the butter knife. Get busy.
Yeah. No, facts is facts. And that's what frustrates me the most. That's why
Yes.
at every opportunity I can, I will share if I see if somebody else doing something, and if somebody sees me doing something, I appreciate every time y'all comment, interact. I need y'all to definitely be in here subscribing, because I have been slipping on promo and speaking myself up for sure. I got to shout out Skylar for that, for making me realize at that point, you got to stay in y'all's face. Otherwise, y'all going to forget about me. There's too many motherfuckers out here, man. So y'all excuse how I'm coming, but it's real.
And it like I said a while ago, man, it's not to be on no conceited stuff. It's not to feel like we got to be cocky or feel like, we've done it. It's just the fact that we put so much work and dedication and time and stress and depression, anger, excitement, like every emotion you can have all across the board. We've dove in this thing and really poured all our soul into it. And man, like, so many people just point fingers and be like, man, you used to rap? No, I do a lot more than just what I used to do. You just don't understand because I'm not,
preaching again, because we ain't the same. I am not the same man I was fresh out of high school. I'm not the same man I was right before my child came into this world. I'm not the same man I was before the pandemic, if you want to keep it real. The type of losses I took in 2020, shit. So, yeah, you always have to deal with the new growth of a person. Don't expect a person to stay down in the same position for
if you're not evolving, what problems are you solving?
Word, a bar. You know what I'm talking about? A bar. Yeah. He's really be preaching on it, bro. Like, we're gonna have to start putting this together on a weekly basis.
I'm with it, bro.
Like, we got the doctor's orders, but we gotta collaborate. Just give them. I think he was saying just go live and make sure that we have our discussions off camera first, and then just go live and see who really engaging in these things, man. See, y'all already hearing too much me discussing that, but that just means y'all should expect that. Don't hate on that.
And the thing is, like, don't hate on it, because we giving free game. Like, you ain't even got to pay a subscription to listen to what we're talking about right now. Eventually, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not capping at all, because that's what so many people are doing right now. So many entrepreneurs. You go through Facebook, you go through TikTok, you go through Instagram. All these people are selling their game. We're giving it to you.
It's to be sold. It's to be sold. It's not to be told. But
now, stay tuned. Stay tuned, because that's the price tag. I'm no cap at all. I'm dead serious, like a heart attack.
Today's price is not yesterday's price, man.
Oh no, inflation's a motherfucker, and I can't afford gas right now. What you talking about?
Milk high, man. My triple cheeseburger was $10, man. Y'all got to look at me for real. I'm tired of spending all this bread with y'all. Uncle Sam robbing me, son.
Man, for real,
this work. I need y'all to load these pockets up, man. Man, Skylar, man, I told you we're gonna go too long, bro. Anything else you want to run to them and tell them where to reach you at?
Man, just everything's pretty much linked on my website, savageKnowledge.com. And I just really want people to understand and really, really, truly feel this, what I'm about to explain. We all have the potential to do anything and everything we want. We live in the fucking industry of the world right now where everything's in your palm. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. They ain't got no excuses. So don't try to hate on us. We're trying to explain to y'all why we trying to get paid, or why we gonna get paid.
Absolutely.
And that's just, it's real, because everybody has the ability to do this. The fact that we doing this is because we ain't stopping. The hustle ain't always stopping. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's H.A.A.S.
And just the fact of gaining knowledge, man. It's the fact of gaining knowledge. You have to sit back and obtain the information. Folks that want to be so closed-minded and want to hate and want to shut down somebody else's theories or somebody else's ideas, man, look. Everybody can't do the same thing cookie cutter, man. We've tried that already.
No.
If you try to fit in with the crowd, you're going to easily end up being just like the crowd. Broke, impressing other people, really just living bad and feeling bad. You ain't gonna feel whole. You ain't gonna feel unique. You got to figure out a way to fill that void. And the only way to do that is to, like, stop slaving so much. I mean, I'm a victim of the same. I'm going to keep working my 9 to 5. I'm going to keep serving the community because it's something I love to do. But the second I'm doing something I don't love, that's the second I got to stop. Because
we're serving your community in a different light by reaching so many people. It's a whole different ballgame.
This is a whole nother form of service I'm doing for the universe. It's like just the Doctor's Orders podcast was built as a platform first, but really just a complete outlet for myself. I like to be outspoken. I like to also catch the vibes of what's going on around me. So when I get to interview different people, or even better yet, what I've been able to do the past couple episodes is catch up with the people in my life that already like-minded. Any episode you got with me and you, got an episode with Pilo that'll show how genuine she is. I got to get her reintroduced to all of this because we got so many plans that we made together that we ain't carry out. Shout out to you, Pilo. You gonna get a call from me probably tomorrow. Shit. Just everybody, man. All the QTP boys. Shout out to Black and Rob, Ski.
Them boys gonna cry all the time.
Man, we got work to do, man. Shout out to DT visually once again. Straight genius. I
Skylar
the sneak. Yeah,
I ain't even say what I seen or what I saw, but my head blew up, and I mean, I'm surprised this hat fell on me right now because what I saw was something that y'all gonna see, and when y'all see it, y'all gonna say that y'all saw it because y'all gonna understand what y'all seen. And believe one thing, you might be looking at a Denzel right now, a young early Denzel. I told him to practice his Grammy speech.
I'll go Chris Tucker, Chris Rock. I ain't even got to be Denzel, but I'm gonna dig back in that,
just hold the title.
In that second grade acting.
And that's no bragging or boasting. That's no capping. You can look me dead in the eyes right now. I'm being serious to anybody that's listening and watching this shit. But what you're gonna see is something that you really got to understand because this didn't just happen overnight. This is dedication and pure hustle and pure drive. This is what it takes to really push yourself to be on the next level. 1%, not 99, 1%.
This is basically the part of the story where we say we figured it out. I don't know what else to say,
really, because it's like
they should be very scared. Not they, but anybody who's hating and don't want to see the actual growth and don't want to appreciate what we're trying to give to y'all. Y'all should be very sick. Nah, y'all are gonna be very sick.
But they're gonna be. I mean, it's a lot of people. They're gonna be lurking and just kind of. I'm not looking.
That's exactly what's finna happen, and I'm not even.
Get your popcorn.
Yes, you said it. Get your popcorn, haters. Yeah. And I don't like using that term. Y'all know me, so I'm gonna rewind. Those who do not wish to see success come from this direction, even though the only reason I'm trying to reach success is to distribute this success to all of my people. Whoever don't want to see that,
please
get your popcorn ready. Understand that it's going to be a whole nother ball game moving into the 2024. Not even bragging or boasting.
It's not no flexing. It's not really like trying to. Yeah. We're not doing all this in your face. This is not what it is. So please don't get it twisted. This is really just some brothers that are dedicated and motivated to really reach them goals that we set forth a long time ago. Yeah. And now we're at a pinnacle in our lives to where we understand what it is. So we're gonna get it. I mean, that's it.
Yeah. That's really it, man. Nothing else to tell y'all. So as usual, I appreciate y'all coming through, checking this out. Y'all know how to get all the old stuff. I'm gonna update that Spotify, y'all. I know y'all got me down bad. I'm all the way up to episode, this might be 15, 16. I don't know, maybe 17. I'm gonna
17.
Look. We on 17. I see how it all blends together. Long story short, though, I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna update that Spotify. Y'all go check it out on YouTube. Y'all go catch all the reels. Facebook, same thing. Earl Nelson, Black Earl H.A.A.S. TikTok, Instagram, same thing. At Black Earl _H.A.A.S. Y'all know what it is, man. As usual, just keep it 101. Peace be with you.